Well, so what happened?
So what happened was we were doing some pulls to do video of the exhaust. And on the last pull with the valves open, about the top of third gear, I hear some flapping around in the engine compartment. Could have been squirrels, could have been a rhinoceros, could have been a blown alternator belt.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
A couple seconds later, a alternator failure warning lights up on the dash, which indicates it's probably not squirrels and definitely not a rhinoceros, so probably an alternator belt. So roll it back in here in the shop, pop it open.
There, yeah, there you go. There's the alternator belt, kind of shredded around the alternator.
It came apart somewhere around 7,000 RPMs.
There you can see. Oh yeah, that belt's gone. Bye, belt.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. And I was just saying, actually, you know, so often someone has their car go to the shop, they take it home, drive it, and then something like that happens, and then they blame the shop.
Correct.
Theoretically, you know, the owner of the car could have been driving this car instead of you 2 days later or whatever when he gets his car, and that happens, and then he's gonna blame you and be like, hey, what'd you do to my car?
Yep. This is a known issue on these motors. The factory issued an update to the guide for the alternator belt where this pulley now is. Used to be just a billet machined aluminum guide, and they changed it to this to give the belt a little bit more tension and stability. So as we can tell, this is not necessarily a perfect fix, and there is still some room for improvement in here. The other thing that I think is worth noting is the gentleman who first taught me working on these cars, the philosophy he had was that as technicians, you know, it's also part of our job within reason to run the cars as hard or sometimes harder than the customer ever will, so that way when we hand it over to the customer, we know for certain that the car is as safe and as reliable as reasonably possible. And so now what I've done by doing this is prove that this car still has an issue with the alternator belt, and instead of it happening to him the first weekend he has the car, because maybe now with this cool new valve controller, he loves hearing it so much, he makes several passes to 7,000 RPM that he wouldn't normally make. Yeah. And then his belt comes apart. And so I've had his car for a week, I give it to him, he has it for 2 days, and then it gets towed back in with a blown belt. You can look at it however you want to look at it, but in my opinion, I'm glad that I'm the one that did it, because now I know that this car has this problem. I can resolve it before it goes back to him, and I can make sure that he's aware of it. So if he wants to bring it up with the dealer, so that way they can see if there's another factory update, or if he wants me to devise some sort of, you know, custom solution, we can discuss that. But either way, as far as I'm concerned, it's part of my job to make sure the car is fully QC'd before it goes back to the customer, and that's what we just did. Valve controller works bitchin', alternator belt, not so much.
Yeah, interesting enough, Autovlog had the same problem happen to his F12. When I went on the Shell road trip up to North Carolina, he also went to the Shell road trip, or he went to the same event and couldn't bring his car because that happened to him like the day before or something like that. Yeah, kind of fascinating that obviously this car has a known belt problem. That's unfortunate. It's kind of a bummer. It's at least an easy fix. I mean,
yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm glad we did this right here on the side street instead of out in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah, that was a good move. Yeah, I'm glad we did the polls right next to the shop instead of out there. Well, we're gonna hear a badass Camaro. This is a badass car right here, man. It's kind of a sleeper in a way. I mean, you know, Camaros are fast, but like, you're not expecting ridiculousness like that.
It's got a fairly standard sized wheel with
fairly
standard,
like nothing's outrageous, which is perfect.
It's not lime green.
Yeah. Everything's just subtly badass. Hey, Chris, the Loper.
Hi.
Everyone's missed you.
I missed you guys.
They're like, where's the Loper?
I've been working. I gotta work. I gotta pay for the car.
Yeah. I gotta.
I still have a car payment. I told you.
Bye. Sell.
Bye, sell.
Yeah, exactly.
So I miss you guys, but hey, I got the rally taken care of.
That's true. We're signed up for the rally.
I got 5 days off.
He's got the new tune. Let's hear this. Supposedly it pops a lot more. Did you just say I think it's too
No, I
loud?
never would say that on camera.
I did say that on camera. That's ridiculous, dude. I love it. See you, gentlemen.
Later, boys.
I'm gonna give it a 70% chance of free. 103% chance of free. Alright, let's see.